Hi guys, Mrs. V. So today I'm going to show you guys how to trace your artwork and then how we can start to color it. So you're going to need your art. You're going to need a marker or a pen or something dark to trace all your lines and an eraser. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to trace all of our lines. Okay, so I'm going to take my marker, and this is a permanent marker, but it can be any kind of a marker will work. So we're just going to trace over all our lines so everything is nice and dark. And we're not adding anything to our drawing that's not there already.
Second grade, if you haven't gone, you may go with champions and walkers, and this will be the last call for buses.
Sorry guys, I'm at school. All right, and then I'm going to trace my little V's. And you can turn your paper like we did when we drew. Right, everybody's is going to be different. Like you might have drawn bigger than I did or smaller than I did, and that's fine. So everybody's is going to be just a little bit different, which is what makes it cool and special art. All right. Oop, kind of messed up on that one. That's okay. That's why we have the eraser to erase pencil line, and no one will ever know. All right, I'm just going to trace all these lines. I think as you work further out, it's a little easier to work around your paper. And then up. Remember, if you don't go as fast as I do, you can always just pause the video, catch up. That's okay. Alrighty. Okay, so next I'm going to take my handy dandy eraser, and so I'm going to use two hands, and I'm going to put my hand down like this, like I'm almost saying I want a little bit, and I'm going to erase in between my fingers. Sometimes I'll put my hand flat too, and I'll kind of erase in this little backwards L shape. I'm a lefty, so use my eraser in my left hand, but if you're a righty, you might use it in your right hand. And I'm pressing down, because if you don't press down on your paper, oh, it moves all around the place. I'm going to be super careful on my edge and kind of erase it like in one direction. Just because if I go back and forth, sometimes your paper will get wrinkly like that. Yeah, wrinkled back. You don't want to do that. You worked really hard drawing, so you don't want to wrinkle that paper. Again, I'm going to be really careful. Just kind of on that very edge. Okay, got all these eraser bits now all over my paper. All right, oop, missed a couple over here. All right, so next I'm going to dust off all the bits off of my paper. There's quite a bit. All right, So I'm going to kind of color this like a little bit of a rainbow. I'm going to color my hearts and my dots in first. So I'm just going to pick a red for my heart, and I'm going to pick a purple for my dots here, and I'm going to use red for my dots here. So, oh, there we go. Okay. So this is a good purple. I'm going to test my purple because this is oh, that's a good purple. I might use a different one though. I like plum. That's kind of my favorite. Here we go. I'm going to use this one. So all these little dots I'm going to color in. If you want to color them in a different color, you can absolutely do that. But I am just making my border inside my hearts first. And then I'm going to color the inside. And my dots are really and my heart are the only things I'm really going to color. Everything else I'm just going to kind of color over. So, and if you don't have as many dots as I do, or you have more than I do, that's fine. And you get, like I said, you guys pick whatever colors you like to work with. Okay, so made a border and I colored the middle. So now I'm going to use my red and I'm going to do the same thing with my heart. So I color a nice border all along the edge. And it's just like a border. It's just like making a line kind of. And then I'm going to color the middle. I'm going to kind of color this a really cool way. Almost so it looks like kind of like tie-dye a little bit. But we want to color our heart first, nice and dark. And again, you guys can use any colors you want. I was just kind of feeling like your traditional red heart would be fitting. All right. You guys see how I color really small? So I color only about that much at a time. There we go. Get my white spaces. Okay, I'm gonna put a little paper cushion under here. My table kind of has a texture to it, and even though I have this paper on it, I still can get a little texture. There we go. Yeah, my table's a little rough underneath. All right, so now I'm just gonna get my dots. So I'm gonna color them red. I'm just making a circle, and then I color in. Make a circle border, and then I color in. All right, so I'm gonna actually color kind of my tie-dye way of coloring. I'm gonna color a rainbow. So I'm gonna start with my heart in the center and we're gonna work our way out. Now, if you end up with less colors or more colors than I do, that's fine too. You might pick different ones than I do. This is just kind of how to color. All right, you're gonna need to spin your paper kind of as you go, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. So what you're gonna do is we're gonna give ourselves a little bit. So I'm coloring small, and notice I'm kind of going like it's not even, it kind of is a little jagged. And that's what we kind of want. We kind of want it to be a little jagged, little uneven line. So maybe some of these are big. I'm gonna not try to color around my dots. So I don't want to color over my dots. I want to color around them. I meant to say I don't want to color through my dots. Didn't come out right. So some big, some little. So see how so basically all I'm doing, and in some spots I'll color tall, and in some spots I color short. But I'm moving my paper as I go around. Just going slow, and I'm not going fast either. And notice I'm trying to stay right kind of next to each other. All right. So my big, I'll go around him. My big red section, right here. I made a full circle. So next I'm going to take my orange, and I'm going to find there's a lot of different oranges in here. So I'm just going to go with regular orange. And when I color, I'm going to color right into, so my orange and my red are going to kind of blend together. So I'm not doing this where I'm leaving a space. I'm coloring right into that. And notice that my orange and my red kind of blend together, which kind of makes it gives it this kind of tie-dye kind of effect. And the fact that it's not even. So I'm doing the same thing with my orange. So notice some of it's pointier, some of it comes out more. I'm gonna kind of work around this little circle. And I'm not worrying about my designs right now. I'm just working around them. So I'm gonna turn my paper again and go work around my little circle here. All right, so I'm just, now you could color thicker if you wanted to, if you wanted to make that orange kind of band a little thicker. But I'm just coloring red over orange. So see how they're kind of mixing together? It looks kind of cool. So again, that's what gives it that kind of, like I like to call it like a tie-dye effect, or like almost like a paint effect or something. It's kind of cool. I like it. I hope you guys like it too. I think it looks, I always think this is kind of a fun way to color. So I hope you guys enjoy it. All right. So you can see, you might be able to guess what my next color is going to be. And this is kind of a fast coloring too, because you're not worrying about really coloring too much. Like, I just don't want to color over my dots, but aside from that, I'm coloring over everything else. All right. So you might want to guess, oh, yellow is going to be my next color. I'm going to grab just a regular yellow. You can get fancy if you want. And like I said, you guys do not have to use the same colors I do. So again, you want to keep with that. Some are going to be taller. Some are going to be shorter. And if you think you need to go back over a section, you can. That's not a problem. And you might find some colors are faster than others. So you could go down and then color this way. And we're going to turn again. And turn again. All right. So my next color, green. So I'm just kind of going with some, this is a forest green. I don't know if there's just green. Yeah, I was just looking for green. Just wanted green out of my crayon box. All right, so I'm going to just move this just a little. So I'm actually going to end up coloring off of my page right here, which is okay. It's kind of annoying. My crayon keeps getting stuck, but I did put a little piece of paper underneath. So if you're at home, put a little piece of paper underneath your drawing paper, and this way you won't get any crayon on your table or your desk. Just like you can even put a paper towel underneath that. Use a piece of scrap paper, whatever you want. All right, and then I'm gonna just go around my dot here. And again, I'm kind of sticking with that. I'm coloring over a little bit of my yellow. You guys can see. Okay. And parts of my green are going to be shorter. I think I'm actually going to bring this one out a little bit. And then parts of my green will be taller. So I won't really add another color up to the top here, but I can definitely keep adding to the sides. I might get to purple. I think I might be able to get to purple. Now, if yours ended already, if you reached the end of your paper, that's okay. This means you colored bigger than I did, which is fine. I would say whatever colors you use, definitely use more than one color. So you guys can use any colors you want. You don't have to do a rainbow like I did, but you want to make sure that you use at least 2 colors. And you can even do a pattern. Like if you chose red and let's say orange, you could do red, orange, red, orange, red, orange. All right. Almost done. I just kind of have sides to do and a little bit of the bottom because my top got all colored. All right. So I'm going to grab a blue, just a plain blue. I think this is indigo, so yeah, we'll try indigo. We'll see. Oh, here it's blue. So many fancy crayons. All right. So I don't really do anything up here, so I'm just going to blend here with my blue. And then I'm going to go up, kind of around. And just a little bit of blue right there. Trying to remember to keep it kind of uneven. I think it looks more interesting when it's uneven. If you like it even, that's okay. I just kind of like it when it's uneven. All right. And my purple will be the last color I'll end up using here. And again, I'm still coloring a little bit over the green. Just a little bit, not a lot. And this is kind of a fun way to color, especially a picture that kind of goes around, has like a roundish design. All right. I hope you guys like this. I think this is like super fun way to color. And I'm going to go back to my purple that I started with right here, and I'm going to put it at the edges. So I only have a tiny little piece here. So I'm just going to move it. Get that pesky little edge. Pesky little edge. And I'm going to color here. And all around that little edge. Ooh. Little edge right here. And my purple is going to go all the way off my page. This corner. Corners and edges. Ooh. And I'm just going over, make sure my purple is nice and dark. All right, and I'm going to finish my last, ooh, I got a couple little sections right here. Those little tiny purple pieces. Okay. And then my edge. Just makes it easier when you color a little border. I didn't do that before and I should have. coloring on the edge of my paper. Oh, there's me. I don't know if anybody else is like that. All right. Home stretch of our cool rainbow heart. All right. All right, guys. So I hope you like it. I hope you love your rainbow heart. Or if you did 2 colors or 3 colors or 4 colors, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors. And I hope it was fun for you, our kind of tie-dye style blended coloring. And I hope it was fun. And have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys.